Yo, 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 what's up, everybody? Welcome in, welcome in. How we doing, how we doing? It is time to stream, and it's time to scream, time to stream, and time to cream. What's up, everybody? Welcome in. Welcome in, welcome in. Oh, it's an exciting day for those who don't know. Scream 7 has begun filming in Atlanta, Georgia. The cast and crew are making it happen as we speak. So I thought it was a perfect time to talk theories, get into it with y'all. And it's also a crazy week for just news in general. It's been a nutty week for horror, for horror news. Let me tell you, we had a very exciting day for trailers, I should say, because we got the full Heart Eyes trailer today. Just did a big video on that. If you guys missed it, I did just post it, so I wouldn't blame you. It was only an hour ago that I was able to get that one out, but I'm totally down to get into it. But anyways, let's see who's hanging out with us tonight. We got RJ Skorenki saying, can't wait to talk some Scream 7 tonight with KillJoy Jake. Thank you, RJ. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. Thanks for being here, man. I love talking Scream 7 with you as well. Erica's modding tonight. What's up, fella? Thanks for being here. Thanks for being a member, too. I still love your profile picture. All the different characters fighting you there. Jesus, I am excited for Scream 7, says Gunner here. And talking about which, when you watch the franchise, do you automatically believe Red Right Hand is canon? Because I 100% do. You are too kind, my friend. Oh my god. You're too kind. I think what I like about Red Right Hand is you can take it or leave it. You know, you can look at it as, oh, maybe this is the thing that inspired Richie and Amber. You know, maybe they saw this story happen in a small town somewhere, someone who was a little more unsuccessful. And then they're like, let's do it in Woodsboro. Let's actually, like, do what this idiot was trying to do, but better. So you can take it or leave it if you want. I like that. I think it's fun. Superman is saying, Jake, I know what you did last summer is not like Final Destination or Friday the 13th, where new characters can be the focus. It simply won't flourish very well in the sense that Julie and Ray have to be the focus. Why make it then? I mean, I think only because it's a popular IP. Scream is popping right now. It's a late 90s slasher. A lot of those are popular, not just Scream at the moment. I mean, we have like Final Destination, which, you know, isn't necessarily a slasher, right? But it is set up in a very similar way, kind of falls into that same category. Final Destination is that movie. It's like bridges the gap between like the late 90s style, we're cool and meta style horror to like the Saw, the like super in your face, bloody, gory style horror that we got in like 2003 onward, which I love. Final Destination is that weird middle ground that I really vibe with. But, you know, we have that franchise coming back this year. We have I Know What You Did Last Summer. Scream 7 at the top of next year. But yeah, it is kind of tough to, you know, push that story onto new characters. I'm not sure how they're going to do it. It's probably going to be like the kids, you know, of our characters or something along those lines. I don't know. It's tough to say, Superman. But we'll see what they end up doing with it. Hopefully it works. I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt until we're able to see it. I am live on Kick, too. That was another thing I wanted to say. We are, so I tried to stream on Kick for the first time yesterday, but hello, Kick, what is up? Hello, fellas out there, live on YouTube and Kick. I see Kyle is saying, Jake, welcome to Kick. Awesome to see you. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you as well, Kyle. And then the tatted ginger is also hanging out with us as well. Very good stuff. But hello to the people of Kick as well as YouTube. So this is fun. We're streaming on multiple platforms at this point. So welcome in if you want to talk about Scream 7 and just horror news in general, because that's what we're getting into. What else is going on here? King Matthew III, my liege, is with us. I hope Scream 7 has some Dewey flashbacks, or just bring Dewey back like they did Billy Loomis in Scream 5. Have him appear to Sydney and Gale. He's like a ghost. I mean, I guess they could do that, right? If they're doing it with Billy, why not do it with Dewey? That might be my least favorite part of Screams 5 and 6, though, admittedly. I love that Skeet Ulrich got a paycheck for those movies. That is so cool. But yeah, I don't know. Besides that, I just don't know if they add much to those movies. So will the Dewey will those, you know, Dewey flashes as ghosts in these people's minds, will that add anything? I don't know. I'm not 100% sure. I would love to see Dewey back in some capacity. Maybe just a simple flashback scene, you know, maybe just a little something that happened between him and Gale or something, right? That affects the story today. Shot by Shot is saying, what's up? What's up, dog? How's it going? Welcome in. I see you're excited for Scary Movie 6 as well as Scream. We got a lot of fun stuff on the horizon, man. Remember, hit that like button if you haven't already. If you're on YouTube, go ahead. And if you want to show a little more love, hit subscribe, change to all. Yeah, do it. Sure. Run it. I'd appreciate that. Would mean a lot. I think YouTube is trying to shadow ban me, I think, right now, because some of my videos, some of the stuff I post out there, I'm like, this isn't getting any views initially. What's up with that? Only because this is the first Ghostface, Gale, and Sydney fight without Dewey. I'm not counting 5 because he also fought Amber. Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. So maybe a flashback scene will do him. Infinite Sky is saying, "Who's that dancing?" It's the spooky, scary skeletons guy at the very beginning. You know spooky, scary skeletons, right? Come on now, look at him go. I love him. He's great. Who else is hanging out with us tonight? We got Villain Kill and Dylan. What's up? What's up? What's up? DD is talking about cream. Dear God. Adrian Mosquito. Hey, KillJoy, how you doing today? I am fantastic. So excited to talk a little Scream tonight, man. It's hype. Poppy Playtime Chapter 4 is coming on January 30th, end of the month. Thank you for the update, Alexa. I'm so hyped for that. I cannot wait. I'm excited for some more Poppy Playtime. Are the Smiling Critters returning? That's a great question. Genuinely great question there. We'll have to find out in the next chapter. What's up, Jake and everyone in chat? What's up, Dean? Thanks for being a channel member. Appreciate you for stopping by, talking a little Scream tonight. What's up? What's up? Marquise Ballum. What's up, dude? How's it going? Howdy, hey, howdy, hey. Magnificent logo. Yo! Love the dog in the profile picture, my dude. I might steal that thing. Ashley S, thanks for being a member. Saying, hey, friends. Hello. Hello, how are you? What's up? What's up? Blizz73 saying, hey, KillJoy Jake, first time checking out your channel. How are you, man? I'm fantastic. How are you, Blizz? Are you okay? Are you sick? I see you got the mask on, so I'm just making sure everything's good on your end. Just want to make sure you're chilling. Just want to make sure you're chilling there. This is crazy trying to switch between chats now. I want to make my girlfriend a mod on Kick, and I don't know how to do that. I'm gonna click on the person. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know how to do that, Madison, if you're listening. We'll figure something out one of these streams. NRU Cody is saying, hey, Jake and chat, hope all is well. How are you? Just got over a cold. Been Bing chillin'? Have you been big chillin' over there? Playing Red Dead Redemption 2. Also, how would you feel if they made Red Dead Redemption into a movie? That'd be fun. I don't remember the last time there was like a... Well, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong in saying this, but I don't remember like... When was the last time there was a big Western movie that like came out, you know? Like I know we have a horror Western on the horizon, Eddington from Ari Aster, which I'm actually very excited for. Another nightmare from that fella. But we'll see. We'll see what's up with that. I'd be down for a movie off of that. It's the golden age of video game movies, dude. Like pretty much ever since Sonic came out, it's just been banging video game movie after the other, which is awesome. The 2020s, a really good time for that. Which you can't say that about most other decades for video game movies. Christopher, what's up, fella? Grace is Ghostface. Easy to see that. McKenna Grace Ghostface. I'm pretty sold. Christopher. I'm sold on it. Man. Here's the thing too. I would be a little more like, okay, maybe it could be, you know, this character, that character, whatever. But after hearing the casting director, like literally the casting director came out and said how he chooses the ghost faces in these movies, it's blatantly obvious. It's like, dude, why would you say anything? If I was the casting director, I would just keep my lips sealed. So it's kind of wild. I don't know. If you want to know what I'm talking about a little more, if you're like, what? Jake, what are you even talking about right now? Go check out my latest like Scream 7 video. I want to say that was the McKenna Grace one, if I remember correctly. In your stream chat, write the following r/mod username. Okay, hang on. We're figuring this out. R/. All right, I'm new to Kick. Okay, so give me a break here, fellas. /mod. Tatted Ginger. There we go. Run it. I don't know. I don't know. I think it's working. I think I did it, but cool. Let's get back to chat. Sorry, everybody. Think I ran it. Game Breakers is saying, hi, Jake. What do you think will be the plot of this new movie? Who will die? All your predictions, setting of the movie, etc. Love your videos, by the way. Thanks, Game Breakers. I appreciate that. Yeah, so who's going to die? I feel like a lot of the new, pretty much majority of the new characters. I really think that, I really don't see a ton of the legacy characters dying. Maybe one of them. I could see Gale going out in this movie. I'm gonna be real. I know some people don't want to hear that. You know, some people are like, "Don't kill Gale." What? That's crazy. I think they were gonna do it in Scream 6, and the only reason she didn't die in that sequence is because Sydney wouldn't come in to save her. They couldn't get Sydney. They couldn't get Nev Campbell to come in for Scream 6, so it wouldn't have worked. And you know, why is that? Like, what do you mean, Jake? Like, they could have killed Gale and not had Sydney in there. Well, no. That would have been a plot hole, my dude. Because they had Sydney rush back to Woodsboro after she finds out that Dewey died, and she comes and saves the day, essentially. But obviously, with Nev Campbell and her whole situation behind the scenes, they weren't doing that for Scream 6. So I think they were going to try to kill Gale in that previous movie, and they did not. I think fans would have been pissed off even more than what we already got with Gale in that movie, but I think they're probably going to kill some legacy character in this movie. I'm not sure who, though, because we got to have stakes. You know, we got to have stakes. We got to have an emotional death, because if every death is just hack and slash and all that, it's just going to get boring at a certain point. You got to have variety in your deaths, especially in a Scream movie, I think. So I feel like that's definitely something I want to set a prediction on. Setting of the movie is tough wherever Sydney is right now. I remember hearing that she was living in Seattle for some. I don't know anything about that, but I remember hearing something about that at one point. But I don't know, not 100% on that. Probably wherever Sydney is living now, it would be my guess, is some kind of suburban town, something that feel a little more similar to Woodsboro. But obviously, Sydney's not living in Woodsboro, man. King Matthew III is saying, hey, Jake, I think Mark and Kirby and Stu are in Scream 7, but they aren't saying anything to keep their return secret. I feel like Mark is definitely coming back. Like, that is one I'm 100% on. They can't do this story without Patrick Dempsey, man. I mean, come on now. We're going to do a movie about Sydney's family and the dad's not going to be there? No way. No, Patrick Dempsey's in this movie. They just haven't announced it yet. Kirby is one that's a big maybe to me. Like, Kirby's a big maybe. I'd love to see her in this one. I'd love to see her kind of set up this supposed spin-off movie that they're doing with her. Which is that's for real. That came from Production Weekly a little while ago. If you guys don't know about that one, they're doing a Scream spinoff now. Is where things are headed, which is cool. They're finding any and all ways to to continue franchises. So it's nuts to me. I see Kumet is hanging out with us on Kick. What's up, fella? How's it going? Are you excited for Scream 7? Are you excited for any horror movies in general? Let me know. Let me know in the chat there. Let me know what's going on with all that. I'm gonna keep. Yeah, okay. Sorry, everybody. I'm streaming on Kick for the first time tonight, as well as YouTube. So I'm still trying to figure all this out. If you're just joining us, that's what I'm talking about. If you're like, Jake, what? You didn't even bring up a chat that time. What's happening here? So I think I'm gonna have Kick on this monitor and then StreamYard here, so I can see the YouTube stuff. There we go. I think I got this figured out. Magnificent logo. I love the Hard Eyes trailer. I'm hyped now. Oh, me too, dude. It looks awesome. I'm very excited for this one. Seems like there's some brutal kills, some excellent cast members as well. I just hope they didn't spoil like all the kills, because I'm pretty sure they did. And that's the one thing I'm like, don't know how I feel about that. But besides that, hype as fuck. What made me to go to Kick instead of Twitch? Because Twitch sucks, man. Twitch it's rough over there. They're screwing over a lot of their streamers. Kick, to me, everything I have read and researched about Kick is a million times better. And yes, it's a young platform, but I would rather build something there rather than a platform that's dying. Hot take. So I'm a fan. Kick won me over. Scream 7 is starting today, people. I hope this installment in the franchise is everything I want and more. Also, I miss Kirby. I miss Kirby too. And I hope this franchise continuation rocks, I should say. I hope 7's good, man. Personally, I had a very good time with 5 and 6. I don't know if they were my favorite movies of those years or anything like that, but I had a very good time with them. They're fun movies. 6 in particular, I know I've watched a lot. That has been my go-to Scream movie for the last couple of years. So I don't know. I would love for 7 to hit those same strides. Will it though? I don't know. We'll end up seeing that in a year, in like a year and a month, which is crazy to think that it's like I mean, that's not like super close, right? But it's something. So I'm excited. I'm excited to find out for sure. Ghost Dewdrop. Yeah, that would be funny, please. We have ghosts now in Scream. It's crazy. It's nuts. Are Courtney Cox and Patrick Dempsey confirmed? Courtney Cox is officially confirmed. Patrick Dempsey, no. But like, dude, he's coming back. They can't. I'm telling you, they can't tell this story without him. Rumor has it that there was some kind of pay dispute with him, and it's seemingly been settled. I mean, I don't. Again, if he was supposed to be in the movie and they just started shooting, well, you know, we would know that something's getting delayed or changed or whatever. So I'm pretty sure they figured it out, and we're just gonna get a late announcement for his confirmation there. But we'll find out soon, I'm sure. My Terrifier 3 4K comes in today. Terrifier 3, interestingly enough, is it like broke some record for DVD sales, if I'm not mistaken, if I was reading that correctly earlier. So a lot of people were really excited to get into that one, which is hype. Got my Art Attack box set finally. Very nice. Very nice, very nice. I own all the movies, but I only have steelbooks for the sequels for 2 and 3. I would like to get it. If there's a Terrifier 1 steelbook out there, I would love to get that. Good evening, Jake. Good evening, Kyle Gordon. You and your cute-ass penguin. If you have seen Time Cut on Netflix, what did you think? I thought it was done. I thought it was gone. I thought it was done. I personally wasn't crazy about it, and you know, here's my thing about Time Cut. Maybe if you had seen that movie, just on its own, you might have had a good time with it. And hey, respect. I love that. If you had a good time with that movie, rock on. To me, though, it just feels almost exactly like a film called Totally Killer from literally the year prior. And then Totally Killer, which was a big controversy with this film, is it's basically a ripoff of yet another movie that came out, like, I think 8 years before it, called The Final Girls, which is nearly the same concept. So, you know, in my mind, Time Cut is kind of a ripoff of a ripoff. And that to me is just like, why? You know? And I don't know. To me, the other thing about Time Cut that makes it so lazy and you know, there's horror stands on the shoulders of giants all the time. You know what I mean? Horror is all constantly borrowing things from the past. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with pastiche either, you know, like putting different ideas together to make something new. But Time Cut, I mean, it literally uses the same mask from Totally Killer, which again is another movie that was just way too close to another concept that had already been done before in like the same style. So I don't know. It's just not a whole lot of originality with that one. I hardly got through it. It was not really for me personally. How about Sydney's 2 other kids? Any news? I'm guessing that her other kids will either be played by like young children or a baby. Is going to be my guess, because I don't think everyone's talking about a time jump in Scream 7. I don't know if we're actually going to do that or not. You know, that's just that's smoke and mirrors. That's a bunch of rumors right now. But I don't think we need to do a time jump. I don't think we need to do it because the other 2 kids can just be young kids. Like the baby we saw in Scream 5, that can still just be a baby. What's wrong with that? It's only been a couple years. Maybe it's a little older than a baby, right? Maybe it's 4 or 5 years old or something like that. But that's like a toddler. It's close to baby. Okay. I don't know. Don't expect any like significant casting with that in particular, but I would imagine the kids could be utilized for some element of the story. You know, maybe to me, you know, my big thing is they're not going to kill Sydney. Like that's just not going to happen in Scream 7. So maybe to up the tension a little bit, have the horror center around, you know, Sydney potentially losing her kids via Ghostface. That to me could be that could be where the tension comes from. So obviously these other kids, that's how you do it. That's how you make it happen. Just focus on Ghostface going after them damn kids. What is your opinion on Heart Eyes? I'm in love with it. I have Heart Eyes for Heart Eyes. I think it rocks so far. Everything I've seen from it has me excited. Again, that new trailer today just showed a lot. I can't complain because everything I did get to see rocked. Looks like it's gonna be a really fun slasher. But again, I just wish we hadn't pretty much gotten every kill spoiled. I think, at least a lot of the big ones. Because there's some elaborate deaths teased in there, man. Like the one girl's getting crushed in the I don't even know what that's called. It's like a sideways hydraulic press. What even is that? I don't know. But it looks crazy, and I'm excited to see what else is in store for us with Hard Eyes. Who's behind that mask? Do we think? Leave me something about it down in the comments. Okay, I gotta catch up a little bit because my God, I didn't even realize how far behind I was. in the chat? Let's get up here a bit. Here we go. Go 28 years later. Oh, I'm excited for that one. Castellar. That one's going to be fun. That trailer rocked, man. Oh my God. That trailer kicked ass. I'm very excited for 28 years later. That's going to be a lot of fun. Big thing with that one, I just think the trailer was so strong. It shot up through my rankings of like how excited I was for it for that reason. I'm excited for it. I love 28 Days Later and 28 Weeks, some of the better zombie films I think ever made. But man, this trailer has me really excited. It's kind of tough to trust continuations nowadays. You know, sometimes I feel like a lot of these are just made because it's a popular IP and maybe the stories don't need to be continued. But man, I'll tell you what, as Infinite Sky is saying, boots, boots, boots. Yeah, with that, the way that they did that trailer, it has me hyped. If the movie is as good as that trailer, man, I will be into it. Who do you think is the killer in Scream 7? It's McKenna Grace. Like, I'm telling you that right now. Put my money down. I'm putting my money on that horse. I didn't mean to call McKenna Grace a horse. I'm saying like betting on horses. It's an analogy. Chill out. But no, McKenna Grace is awesome. I did a whole video talking about her character. And talking a little bit about like her career, I should say. And I think she's perfect for a Ghostface killer based on some of her previous couple of roles. I mean, literally in like less than a year span, she played the same character in very similar movies. That's one character is like a mathematics genius and it's like a wholesome family drama. And then she plays like essentially the same like young character who's in high school who is killing her friends. I mean, that's perfect for a Ghostface because then you can pretend that you're, a good character the whole time. But then when the mask comes off in Act 3, then you can act all evil and shit. So McKenna Grace can do both according to some of her previous film roles. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'm just saying. I think it's going to be her. I like how Sydney's daughter is named after her best friend from Scream 1. I'm hearing, the rumor is right now that her name is Tatum, right? The daughter. That's not 100% confirmed with that one, but it would be really cool if that was the case. Would be a nice callback, Chaston, for sure. Hey, Jake, if Mark and Kirby aren't in 7, who do you think is going to be the cop since Dewey and Judy are dead? Dude, it's got to be Mark. Mark's got to be in it. Mark's got to be the cop. That's my big thing. Based on the rumored character descriptions as well, nobody fits the mold for that. That's the other thing. Like Anna Camp, could maybe be a cop, but she's from, again, rumored character descriptions, which I want to say are true. Like I want to say these are pretty close to what we're going to actually see in the film. She's supposedly like a neighbor of Sydney's, probably like a red herring type of character, someone who was a friend, but maybe Sydney is suspicious of now, is my guess. But I don't see Anna Camp playing a cop in these movies. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm dead wrong. But I really think Mark Kincaid is going to be back. I'm 99% on that one. Kirby, I would love to see come in as well, because again, that's another thing, keeping consistency with the last film. Her whole thing was, I take a special interest in Ghostface killings, and I could be here for this one and not Scream 5. But yeah, I really hope we see Kirby in the new movie for sure. A cool plot would be if Ghostface kidnapped one of Sydney's kids and Sydney, Mark, and Gail had to track the Ghostface down and save Sydney's kid. I would love that, personally. I think that would work really well. You're using the kids for the story, which, again, if Ghostface chases Sydney in this movie, some people want to see it so badly. That's all people want. To me, there's just no tension anymore. After Neve Campbell has come out and said, I would not do a film in the Scream universe if Sydney gets killed. There's no tension with Ghostface chasing Sydney anymore. But there is tension in the idea of Ghostface going after Sydney's kids. I mean, I don't know. Would Ghostface kill a kid? Maybe. And if you're Ghostface, if you hate Sydney Prescott that much, I think it's a possibility, right? I don't think they're actually going to do it. But that being a possibility, not having cast members come out and say, oh, I would never accept the film role if it meant the kids die in this, right? That is yet to exist, thank God. There's tension there, and that's exciting. So keep the tension high, man, if you can. Play into that as much as you can, especially with the story and plot elements. What's up, Gory Tiger? How's it going, fella? I see you're a fan of zombies, jack-o'-lanterns, aliens, bones, and skeletons. I like it. I like it a lot. What's up, fella? Welcome in. I wish Gale would die in this one. Without Dewey, no need of her. You know, to me, I think there's one last thing they can really do with Gale's character, and it's showing that, you know, she has changed from where she started in Scream 1, and that to me is what I'm not crazy about with Scream 6. You know, I get it. I get why they did what they did in 6 to have the idea of, you know, Gale is writing more books and stuff. You know, she's writing more stories about Ghostface massacres. But I think now would be a really good time to say, like, she sees the error of her ways, right? She's moving past it, and she realizes how, you know, rough life is without Dewey. The fact that she lost Dewey to all this crap. She's got to write that book about Dewey, I think, in 7, and then maybe sacrifice herself for the good of the group, kind of go out the same way as Dewey. And I think that means a lot more for someone like Gale to do that versus Dewey in Scream 5. Like, that fits with his character, because Dewey has always been a guy whose heart is bigger than his brain. And of course he's going to sacrifice himself for people he just met. That's Dewey. You know what I mean? That is Dewey. That is the fabric of his DNA, is something that Dewey would do. But for Gale to do something like that, to sacrifice herself for her friends in Scream 7, that feels like the end of a very long character arc. So I don't know. I'm into that. I think there's some people, you know, who look at the Scream characters and they're like, I just want them to go and live off in the sunset and have their happy ending. But this is a slasher movie, man. I want to see some blood, some guts. And personally, if it's me, you know, if it's me in these movies, I want to die. Like, I wouldn't want my character to live. That wouldn't be any fun. I want to get covered in blood and pretending to get stabbed and shit. So, that's way more fun than just running around the whole movie and and living to see the next one. At least in my opinion. If I ever get cast in a horror movie, kill me, please. On the topic of Scream 7, do you have any theories on how the masks and the robes are going to look like for the 7th entry? You know, we've talked a lot about the idea of a white-robed Ghostface on past streams, and I think that would be really dope. I've seen pictures of people cosplay this as well, where they have like the white mask and like a white robe, and I'm just thinking, like, there's so much potential for like a blood spray all over somebody with that. That would be so cool. And especially if this movie, it's not confirmed or anything, but it would be really dope if this was a snowy Scream film. I just think there's so much potential. There's genuinely so much potential to see Ghostface in a white robe chasing after somebody across like a snow-laden field. Like, that to me would be the coolest chase scene ever in this franchise. So like out in the middle of nowhere somewhere, Ghostface is coming after him. That would be dope. I don't know. I would love to see something like that in one of these movies. Snowy Scream, white robe, make it happen. That's the Scream movie I need to see. Who would be McKenna's accomplice and their motive? That is really the question, isn't it? I think it would be cool if McKenna Grace was like our lead killer and like Anna Camp was working with her for some reason. I pitched a similar theory to this in a video a while ago, but I like the idea of, you know, this film is obviously going to center on Sidney Prescott and her daughter's relationship. It's going to be another passing of the torch story. Get ready for it. I know some people don't want to hear it. Some people want to just put the focus back on Sidney, but I'm telling you, that's what they're going to do, because that's the trend right now. I really think it would be a cool idea if the killers were kind of like a dark reflection of that. Kind of like how Roman is a dark reflection of Sidney in Scream 3. Have basically McKenna Grace be leading this thing or whatever for whatever reason. Anna Camp, maybe like her secret parental figure or something. I don't know. Running around as both of them as Ghostface. Mom and daughter duo run around as Ghostface versus Sidney and her daughter. So that could be fun to me, because I think there's a lot of there's some duality things you could do with that plot wise. That would make for a really interesting story, I think. But I think some people are really sick of the family ghost faces, and that would kind of be another version of that, right? Another family ghost face thing. What else is going on? I hope the new ghost faces are more tech savvy. They were pretty tech savvy in Scream 5, which I thought was interesting. I wish they had expanded upon that more, though. I agree. I like tech savvy ghost faces. I like that Heart Eyes, for instance, has light up eyes that he can just see in the dark now. That's really cool to me. I would love to see the ghost faces be a little more tech savvy and maybe like explain it a bit too. You know, I don't know. I wish they would have gone into deeper detail on that in Scream 5, because I like it, but I just wish there was more. Kevin just dropped a photo on his Instagram today of filming. See, I had people saying this yesterday, and then there was and then there was nothing, and I was like, I can't find shit. let me find. I'm gonna look at his Instagram real quick though, because I would love to pull that up. If there is an official, look at that. There's a picture. Okay, we do have something today. I was looking for something yesterday, and I'm like, there's nothing. Kevin Williamson says, I am not supposed to post about Scream, and I hope Spyglass and Paramount will forgive me, but when you have one of the best days of your life, it's really hard to keep it to yourself. What an extraordinary day I had working with an amazing and talented cast and crew. They brought their A game and had my back every step of the way. I'm so very grateful for this opportunity, and to Wes Craven, who was on my mind through it all. The profound impact he has had on my life and career is endless. What a day. I can't wait for tomorrow. That's very exciting. The picture isn't anything too crazy. It's just it's like one of these bad boys, little clapper. It's got like a take number on it. So there you go. Look at that. It's exciting. But very cool, very cool. Kevin Williamson, rock on, man. Godspeed through all this. I hope he kills it with this movie. I really hope it's good. It kind of needs to be good. But man, I am worried. I am worried about this one nonetheless. I mean, listen, I love Kevin Williamson, but he's just, he hasn't directed a whole bunch of stuff. He's directed one movie. I love his writing, but let's see what he can do directing. It is a very different animal. So I'm excited. I'm still excited to see what it's all about. Boomer is saying, theory, Scream 7 is only the first act. That would be wild. A lot of people are wanting some cliffhanger endings, man. That would be cool. Jake, any news on Chicken Man? Yes, Jack. My short film comes out tomorrow, everybody. Please make sure to check it out. I'm really excited for this one. We've been working on it for like a year. It comes out on Friday. It's a slasher. It's a slasher that I created myself. He's got a big old chicken mask on. I can't wait. I can't wait for you guys to see it. I don't even want to say any more than that. Like, just go into it blind and see what you get from it, because it's more than just a guy in a chicken mask killing people, and that to me is what makes it stand apart from other movies. Cosmic Urgency is saying you need to do some investigative journalism about Totally Killer versus Time Cut. They're so similar, including the look of the killer, and Time Cut was made first, but released after. Ooh, that's weird. That's odd. Kind of messed. I mean, either way, they're both kind of just they're both kind of just ripping off the final girls still. That's my thing. I mean, it's the same concept pretty much being explored there with a not so interesting mask. But anyways, hey Jake, how are you? I don't know if you know this, but there is a Mandela effect in the first Scream movie. What is that? What do we all believe about Scream that isn't actually true? Let me know. Tell me in the comments. It'll be fun. Fun to find out. What else is going on? Gail can learn from Sydney on how to be a fighter. She was a fighter in Scream 6, man. No disrespect to Gail, but she wasn't faithful to Dewey as he was to her. She leaves him, then comes back to him. Killed, then replaced him with that dude in 6, so Dewey was more faithful. Dewey's dead, dog. Dewey's dead. Yeah, that's not being unfaithful. It would be different if Dewey and her were just like apart, and then she's like screwing around with some other. I mean, that's different, dog. I love Squid Game season 2, but season 1 is better. I still haven't gotten through all of Squid Game season 2. I watched the first 2 episodes, and it's good. It just, I don't know. I guess it didn't grip me the same way. That sounds gross, doesn't it? It didn't grip me the same way as season 1. Just wasn't doing the same amount of gripping. That's gross. Jacob Wells is saying, so excited that Scream 7 is filming. Me too, man. Very hyped up for this one. I hope it's good. I hope it rocks. I hope it's not a disappointment, man. That would suck. That would really suck for Kevin Williamson. And I really want this one to rock for him in particular. But obviously a lot of rewrites happened with this movie, which doesn't bode well. But God, I'm keeping my fingers crossed that this one rocks. Demetrius Johnson, what's up, Demetrius? How you doing? Now, what do you think the motive would be? I mean, it's got to be something. It's got to work. Every Scream movie has meta commentary, right? It's got to be something along those lines. I don't think they're going to do something where it's like, oh, it's a long lost family member of Sydney's again, because we didn't like that, and we weren't crazy about that in Scream 3. Let's not do it again. And also, I'm thinking about, this is Kevin Williamson directing a film in this franchise. Something has got to something else has got to happen. It's got to be something fresh. It's got to be something different if he would step up like that for this specific entry. It's something else is going on. I think it's got to be some commentary on putting the former lead back up front, right? We got to be making fun of that a little bit. Otherwise, I just feel like Scream is a little tone deaf. I know there's a lot of diehard fans that are so excited to see Sidney as the focus again, but the majority opinion says we don't know how much more story there is left with Sidney, and we don't want to tarnish this character's legacy by bringing her back for a redundant sequel. So to me, if I'm the writers of a new Scream film, I'm going to make fun of that, and I'm going to make that the bit. We're going to make fun of ourselves with this new entry. Kind of like Scream 6 did a little bit. Scream 6 was more like franchise commentary, which really it was just a little too general in my opinion. I like how some of the older Scream films got a little more specific, but I think that the motive could be something along the lines of, you know, the Ghostface is so obsessed with Sidney, they want to be the one to kill her. That's my running theory. I think personally, that's the most interesting to me, is the idea of like, I want to be the Ghostface to kill Sidney Prescott. I don't care about anyone else. That's why something like kidnapping her kids, I think, could really work. That's why something where, that's why I think the mom-daughter duo could work really well as well, because you have, you know, again, the central focal point of this movie is likely going to be between Sidney and her daughter. So a lot of these things work to me. I really hope the motive is something along those lines, something that is more rooted in the meta commentary of this franchise, which again, I don't feel like was really strong in Scream 6. So I would love to see that strengthen up here, get down to those core values of what makes Scream so great in the 7th entry. You know, the other thing too is I'm just looking at anything that Scream can improve upon from the previous entry. I think we're always thinking about that with any franchise continuation. What did the last one do so well? And what did it not do so well? How can the next one be something different? That's what I'm thinking about with 7 right now. That's where my mind is. Lightning Ghost, throw in $5 out there, and you're a channel member. I appreciate you so much. A new Wolfman clip of the transformation has released. Yeah, man, Blumhouse, again, just marketing their movies to death, literally. I wish they wouldn't have shown that. I watched it, and I'm just thinking to myself, man, this would have been way cooler. Way cooler if it was on somewhere else, right? It would have been way cooler if I had seen this in the movie theater opposed to on Twitter today. But I don't know. I get to see. I'm really excited. I hate to even say this out loud because it makes me feel like I'm gloating a little bit. But I get to see Wolfman a little early next week. I'm super excited. So you guys will see I don't think I will be able to post like a super early review of that one, but I will be able to talk about it at some point, and I'm hyped. I'm very excited. Check that out on YouTube if you're watching me on Kick. Hello to my 4 viewers on Kick. 4 people. Let's go, baby. What's up, Kick? How's it going? Subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. KillJoy Jake on YouTube. Always talking about horror here. It's very exciting stuff. But I'm, dude, hyped up for Wolfman. Easily a top 10 most anticipated movie of the year. Maybe in my top 3. I'm not even going to lie. Comes from Lee Winnell, the guy that wrote Saw and Insidious. So that's how you know it's going to be good. I think it's going to rock. Some people probably are not going to be crazy about this one because the Wolfman design doesn't necessarily look like the Wolfman. It's more so going for like a body horror, The Fly kind of thing, which is Lee Winnell has even said is one of his biggest like inspirations for the design and just the story overall. But man, it has me hyped up, man. Those are my kind of stories. I love that about this new Wolfman movie. I think I'm going to personally love it. I think I'm going to lose my mind watching this film. But Blumhouse has got to stop spoiling everything about the movie, man. Let's hope they shut the fuck up about it in the coming weeks, but they likely won't, as they usually don't. But Lightning Ghost, thank you so much for the 5. Really do appreciate you supporting the channel tonight. Means a bunch. Riley Murray is saying, is Chad a legacy character now? Yeah, he's been in 2 movies. He's a legacy character. I think there's some people who would like flip their lids if you said that he was on the same level of like Dewey and Sidney and all them. But no, Chad is a legacy character. We love him. He's awesome. And hopefully he doesn't die in this movie, but he might. But he might. We'll see. What are you most excited for this year? My last name sounds like emoji. Samoji? So is it Samoji? Because I've been saying it's Samagwai, and that's not right. like Mogwai from Gremlins, but no, Samoji. I like that. What's up, John? How's it going? Welcome back from yesterday. I missed you. I missed you and your delicious looking beverage there. What movie am I the most excited for this year? I'm trying to think. The Monkey is definitely one I'm hyped up for because it looks like it's going to be ridiculous. Looks like it's going to be a good time. Some crazy kills in that trailer. Apparently, we're getting another trailer tomorrow, which is hype. Wolf, as of right now, Wolfman, honestly, which is crazy. Like, from what I know about off the top of my head, Wolfman and 28 Years Later are some of my most anticipated, which I feel so spoiled, man. It's January, and we're getting some crazy good horror movies this month and at the top of next month, man. So, lots of good stuff coming out in 2025, man. And, 2026, we have Scream, of course, but there's a lot of other good stuff coming out in 2026, too. So, it's going to be a good couple of years for horror, let me tell you. There is not one bad Scream movie, so please let Scream 7 not ruin it. I agree, Jack 5. Even though, I have my problems with Scream 3, I still love it. It is still very much so a fun watch. And I've probably seen Scream 3 like 10, 15 times at this point. So, you watch a movie that many, if you choose to watch a movie that many times, you probably like it a little bit, right? So that's my thoughts. Mario, what's up, Mario? You have a very positive and wonderful smile. I love it. What's up, fella? Waiting for some pics behind the scenes waiting for some behind the scene pics to come out. I got you. Brazil in the house. What's up, Brazil? How's it going? Shout out to you, man. Best YouTuber channel. You're awesome, Mario. You're so positive. You got a positive smile. I love it. So much positivity here. It's making me cheery and happy. Look at that. I'm all cheery and happy. Mario, I'm excited for some behind-the-scenes pictures too, man. We got one today. So it was just the clapboard. So that's exciting though, right? That means the floodgates are opened. More pictures are coming. Maybe the ice cream scene is a deleted scene. The ice cream scene is not a deleted scene, is it? I think that's in the movie, right? Where Dewey's licking the ice cream every time the sheriff takes a drag of his cigarette. I'm pretty sure that's in the film. Boomer is saying, I have faith in Scream 7 because Kevin would not disrespect his movies. Of course not. Knowing how much he cares about this franchise, I know we are in good hands. I don't think, even if Scream 7 isn't good, I wouldn't say that's disrespectful. As long as they don't pull a Halloween Ends on us, right? As long as they don't decide to say, hey, we're not going to focus on a Ghostface this movie. We're going to focus on Joey here. I just really like this Joey guy, let's focus on him instead. As long as they don't do something like that, it won't be disrespecting the franchise. But what I will say is, with this movie supposed to be the trilogy capper to the Carpenter story, the Carpenter sisters story. Now it's being rewritten to be focused on Sidney Prescott. That has me worried a little bit, of course. And writing really is everything when it comes down to a good story. So I hope they didn't just take the old story, push Sidney into it, right? They hopefully started from the ground up and rewrote it and made an entirely new story. Because we got to remember, this is basically another Scream 5 we're getting here. It's going to be another reboot of the franchise, another retooling. And hopefully it's better. Hopefully it's good. And it fucking rocks. But it's not that I don't have faith in it. I guess it's just the writing that I'm worried about. For that reason, because there were so many production problems. Unfortunately, we can't just look past that. What is going on? I forgot about the Wolfman. How could you forget? Oh, it's Lee Winnell. He's awesome. And he's from Australia, as Wayne Turner is pointing out here. We love Australia here. Australia is fantastic. Australia and New Zealand, I'm a big fan of. I love both of these countries. I want to go to New Zealand so bad. I'm a huge Lord of the Rings fan. Really would love to get out there at some point. Would be fun. Mad Blood is hanging out with us saying, what's up, everyone? Yo, Mad Blood. Mad Blood Mike. I don't know if that's your name or not, but what's up, fella? How's it going? Who else is hanging with us? I got the last name right? Yes. Let's go. Paula, I see ya. How's it going, fella? I did not see I must have missed your question there, fella. I'm scrolling. I'm still scrolling. Here we go. I wouldn't mind seeing Chad attacked like Tara and he survives. He needs a happy ending. Kind of like Scream 5's opening. Do that again. I don't know. I want to see an opening kill though. I wouldn't mind Chad living through this one again, but I hope the opening kill is brutal. Establish that this Ghostface doesn't fuck around. T. Tanza is saying, what do you think of them still not releasing whether Patrick Dempsey is indeed returning or not? Well, just like the new I Know What You Did last summer, they didn't announce that Jennifer Love Hewitt was coming back until much later. Until literally after the production started. So I'm sure we'll get the announcement very soon here. Tanza here, let me tell you, they can't do this movie without Patrick Dempsey. I would be genuinely upset if they decided to just make this thing and he's just not there. I mean, it's a movie about Sydney's new family. How can you not have the dad there? That's crazy. So Patrick Dempsey, he's coming back. Don't worry. They just haven't announced it yet. I mean, they just announced that Mason Gooding is returning for Scream. Like, nobody saw that coming. What? I'm sure there's a bunch of things about this upcoming entry we don't know yet, and in the next month or so, we will know. So we'll see. We'll see. Something's happening here. Something's coming. Jake, I finished the American Psycho book, and it makes Terrifier look like a kid's movie. I've been meaning to read it. I know a few things that happen in the book that I remember reading, like they just couldn't put them in the movies because it's just way too brutal. But I'm excited to see what they end up doing with this new take on it. You know, I hope that with this new movie, it's not just a remake of the 2000s film, like they're literally saying about it. I hope that they just make it a different adaptation of the book, because there is a lot of stuff from the book that is left out in the movie, the more familiar version of it, right? So I really think that there's hope for that one, because there is so much more to adapt from the book that the original movie did not touch. Make it happen. Yeah, run it. Am I looking forward to Megan 2.0? Absolutely, yeah. I loved the first Megan. Big surprise. Did not expect to like that one as much as I did. And I'm really looking forward to that one. A lot of Blumhouse releases this year are actually towards the top of my most anticipated, which is, I haven't said that in a very long time. I have not said that in like 3 years. So that has me very excited. And you guys got to know, like, even though I've crapped on Blumhouse a lot in the last couple years, I am always rooting for them. I mean, Blumhouse started off as one of the best studios making horror movies in the 2010s there for a little bit. Sinister, Insidious. I mean, these are movies I put on all the damn time. Love a lot of movies that have come from that company. But, you know, last couple of years, it's been rough. Megan was a big diamond in the rough, though. That was one that really ended up working for me. Unlike Night Swim, Imaginary. I'm sure there's more that I just have forgotten about. But Megan 2.0, I'm excited for it. And whatever this weird spin-off is that they're doing. Soulmate. And, of course, where the A is supposed to be, it's going to be an 8 because it's Megan. It's the Megan franchise. But I can't wait. It's going to be fun. A lot of fun stuff on the horizon this year. Just in the first 6 months, too. Horror fans are getting so spoiled in 2025. I can't wait. I don't want spoilers. I don't want those, though. Hang on. What else is going on here? Jason Lore is saying Stab 3 production gets shut down in Scream 3, but we know someone got the franchise back up and going. What happened? I think there might be a story there. So many people want to see stuff from the original trilogy get continued now, but like, I'm like, that story, that whole story to me is so open and shut, you know, like we did it. The Scream 3, I do crap on it a lot, but one of the things I love about Scream 3 is the way it ends. It feels so final. Feels like, okay, that's it. You know, that's the whole story. We can move on and tell something else in the Scream universe now. I don't know. To me, like, I would just leave the original trilogy alone. Just let that be what it is. And then we'll move into something else. I don't know. Those are just my thoughts, though. Some people would love to see storylines continued from those original couple of movies. But I think they're sacred, you know, just leave them how they are. MG Donor. What's up, Donor? How's it going? I hope Kevin Williamson will do a great job as director. Lee Winnell would have been awesome. Ooh, Lee Winnell directing a Scream movie? Don't tease me like that, MG Donor. Jeez, that's way too hype, bro. Way too hype. Lee Winnell, he's just one of those guys that I feel like does not get enough love in just the horror universe. Like, you know, obviously, He writes the first 3 Saw movies. He writes the first 4 Insidious movies. Upgrade, Invisible Man, now the Wolfman. And actually, he directed Insidious 3, which is nuts. But I don't know, I have so much love for this guy. I think he's truly a master of horror. And James Wan gets a lot of love, which he deserves. But a lot of his success is because of Lee Winnell. Don't forget. So, love Lee. Lee is awesome. What else is going on here? Blaze is saying this may be a cringe motive, but what if the killer is someone Sydney's kids bullied a lot when they were young? He also sees Sydney's kid having a perfect life, and social media makes him snap. I don't hate the idea of social media, being the reason for a killer. I don't hate that, but you got to find a new way to do it. I feel like a lot of movies have done it and failed. This may be a hot take, but a lot of social media style horror movies I feel like just don't work for me for whatever reason. But I wouldn't mind that. I wouldn't mind that. It does feel a little Scream 4-y, to even say. Scream 4 is one of those rare movies that I feel like nails social media commentary really well by not even necessarily getting into it too much until the end. But man, I don't know. That works so. Scream 4 has the best commentary since the original, in my opinion. It's super sharp. If Scream 7 can follow in those same shoes with Kevin directing, I would be very happy. I hope that if there's anything that I could say to Kevin Williamson right now is be in the same headspace that you were with Scream 4. Like, please. that movie is easily my favorite sequel in the entire Scream franchise. I really hope that this is more Scream 4 than basically anything else in the whole series. Jake, do you think Amber from Scream 5 is one of the best and most craziest killers in the Scream franchise overall? Yeah, maybe that's a hot take. I don't know. I think Mikey Madison is an excellent actress, and people are starting to realize that this year, which is great. That makes me really happy. But I don't know. Wow, that's still just not working, is it? Sorry, I guess I'm still learning how to use Kick here, but crazy stuff. No, Mikey Madison rocks, though. I love Amber so much in Scream 5. Such a great performance. So underrated. Super crazy too, and she's having fun with it as well, which I love. I love the little with the knife. That's so funny. So many little moments you can pinpoint with Amber in there. But I still got to see Enora, which obviously a lot of people are just over the moon about right now. That's been that's at the top of my watch list in terms of just movies, because again, Mikey Madison is someone I've been a fan of ever since I saw her small role in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, man. Like I have thought she was awesome since then. When I heard she got cast in Scream 5, I was hyped, and I was even more excited when she pulls that gun out in the third act of Scream 5. That was so much fun. Hope Scream 7 shows some good character development. I agree. That's something I feel like 5 lacked in particular. That's my big thing with that's probably the biggest issue I have with Scream 2022 is I just wish they had focused a little more on building up the young cast, which I didn't end up really caring for most of them, but there are still some really good scenes with them altogether. I think Wes going back and forth with Dewey at Mindy and Chad's house is awesome. That's really funny. Well, I think you're the killer because that cut deep. Like, that's hilarious. That's great. So there's some great moments in there, but I still every time I walk away from that movie, I'm just like, I just don't love the characters in this movie that much. Wish they had strengthened some of those, even though the deaths are awesome in Scream 5. Still love that. Speaking of Wes, love that knife, that slow knife stab, man. It's awesome. I wish the previous writers had Sydney married to someone else. I would have made things less complicated and convoluted. Honestly, I don't hate Mark Kincaid being her husband, especially after 3 ended, personally. I think it makes sense too, right? Sydney is somebody who has been just traumatized, has gone through has had multiple people try to kill her in her life. So what does she do? She marries a cop to feel safe. To me, that makes so much sense. I don't know. I actually think that's one of the many things about Scream 7 that does actually work for me, which is, I don't know, maybe I'm in the minority there, but I actually do really like that. I'm not one for, I don't think it's necessary to have like romance in horror movies. I feel like horror is a little more about, I feel horror is a little more punk rock, right? Horror's got to be about lust rather than love, right? In that sense. But I don't hate this. I feel like this works since we are trying to tell a little more of a grounded story in Scream versus some other slashers out there. Can you read my comment on your video about McKenna Grace being Ghostface? Would like to hear what you think. Thanks. Steven, I will absolutely try. It has been a crazy week for old Jake, so I've been trying to get through some comments, but it's been tough. It's been tough to get through all those. Do horror movies actually scare you, or do you just enjoy watching them? It's tough to say. There are some movies that absolutely scare me. But some of them some of them are just like really fun to watch, and I love watching them. Scream does not scare me. Like, I'm gonna be honest. I love Scream and it's so much fun, but I've never had like a Ghostface nightmare, Art the Clown kind of, even though those movies are they don't really scare me, they're more just silly to me. I have had an Art the Clown nightmare now. I can officially say that, which is hyped, which is pretty hyped up. But I'm trying to think like what really scares me. The Exorcist scares the hell out of me. A lot of religious horror does not scare me, but that one freaks me out. I'm trying to think like what's a 28 Days Later scares the hell out of me. Zombie movies, they fuck me up. I don't know what it is, but I am terrified. I have a very irrational fear of zombies for some reason, man. 28 Days Later, every time I watch that movie, it's actually tough for me to sleep a little bit. Something about that one does it for me. Has no one ever known more than one person with the same name before? She doesn't have to be married to Patrick Dempsey. If she's not married to Patrick Dempsey and Mark is somebody else, I will be mad. I will be genuinely so mad because we've all believed it was Mark Kincaid this entire time. But anyways, Grace Cicada is saying Patrick Dempsey gets killed off screen at the start of the movie to set things off, so he's in there, but not there. No, dear God. Again, I think we need a police presence. That's something that's very important to the Scream franchise. So Patrick Dempsey, I think, has to be in it at least for a little bit before potentially getting killed off. David AFL, what's up, David? How's it going? Thumbs up. Do you think that the Five Nights at Freddy's 2 movie will be good? I hope it's better than the first one. I personally was not over the moon about that first one. It's not terrible. Really liked a lot of the performances there, especially from Josh Hutcherson and our boy Stu Macher, Matthew Lillard. But my big thing about that movie is it's just one big Easter egg hunt. You're just looking for Easter eggs from all the different games. They spend a lot of time on certain walls with a bunch of little clues and stuff that are callbacks to other things. It's just like a $20 million MatPat video. That's kind of what I felt like I watched walking out of that one. So I don't know. I guess I wasn't really over the moon about it, but I did like, I did like a lot of the characters and performances. I like what they're setting up here. So hopefully Five Nights at Freddy's 2 will be a stronger movie. I think they were too afraid to make Five Nights at Freddy's 2 scary, because they didn't want parents complaining. But like, man, that's what this series is all about. It is gateway horror. You got to have something that's a little scary in there. I think the jump scares purposefully don't land so that kids with their parents could watch it. Like, that's my conspiracy theory with Five Nights at Freddy's. Like, every jump scare is watered down to literally nothing, and it's kind of like just watching a horror movie without any scares. So I hope Five Nights at Freddy's 2 has a little more bite to it. And I'm not talking about the bite of 87, baby. That's a little reference for you Five Nights at Freddy's out there. Five Nights at Freddy's fans out there, I should say. I wonder how Art the Clown would go against someone who has the mark of Cain. What? The mark, by the way, gives its host ultimate anger and bloodlust to kill. I thought you were trying to say the name of Mark Kincaid, and I don't know. I don't know what I was reading there, but I don't know. I guess I'm not familiar with this term, Mark of Cain. Ultimate anger and bloodlust to kill. Dear God, that's wild. Bloodlust is intense. Him and Marlon Wayans being released this fall. Him, if you guys don't know, is the new Monkey Paw movie that stars Marlon Wayans. It's a horror film, and it's supposedly about football, which is nuts. It's a football-themed horror film, which has me really excited, with Marlon Wayans in it. I'm hyped. I think that sounds so unique and so out there. Monkey Paw Productions is known for making some weirder ones like that. I'm really hyped up for this. I can't wait to see that one. That and then Scream 6 at some point, man. It's going to be a crazy couple of years. The first 3 Saw movies are amazing. I totally agree. So good. All right, I'm way behind on comments. What's going on here? Hopefully she's not married to Jake Paul. I hope not. Dear God. Jake, what was the group channel you and Craven Something Scary have? I forgot the name. So we used to do a channel called Lethal Collective, but we just could not get out of the Scream box there. And what I mean by that is, like, when there was nothing to talk about with Scream, that channel just nobody watched, which is a shame. Because I think we had a really good conversation about other horror movies too. But unfortunately, I think what I've learned from doing this channel for 5 years is you got to be able to talk about more than just Scream, because when there's no Scream news, channel just goes all the way down. And all we did was talk about Scream over there, so everyone just stopped watching. But I had a really good time doing that page with all those guys. I got to have them on the page at some point, again, to talk about all this Scream 7 news as we start to really get into it. So you will definitely see some of those faces here soon. Would love to talk with those dudes, again, at some point soon. Do you think 28 years later will give you nightmares? Yes. Next question. What else is going on here? I have kind of low expectations for a Five Nights at Freddy's sequel. Yeah, totally fair, but I think Blumhouse has heard the criticisms and they know that this is like a flagship series for them. So I'm hoping that with that they will improve upon what is already there, right? Really hoping for that. I think if Gail has another boyfriend in this one, what if he's played by The Rock? Jesus Christ. She's just, I love Dewey, but damn, she's moving up in the world. I'm kidding. Love Dewey. Love old Dewdrop. She's never going to do better than Dewdrop, damn it. Jake, would you like to see Jamie Lee Curtis be in a future Scream movie alongside Neve Campbell? I almost want to plead the fifth on this. I love Jamie Lee Curtis. I think she's awesome. But I feel like there's a lot of movies she's been in lately where she's just kind of taking a lot of creative control, where I feel like that's not necessarily helping the film that she's in. But I think she's awesome, and I have so much respect for her. She's a legendary actress that has been in so many awesome movies that I personally love. So it's tough to say. It's tough to say, man. Astrid's Animated Adventures is saying, I have the flu right now. Is anyone else sick? My entire house pretty much has like COVID right now. It is insane. It's not good. I'm not sick somehow. I don't know how, but I'm very thankful for not being sick. I've tested negative almost every day, which is crazy. So almost every day. No, every day I've tested negative. Why did I say that? Is Scary Movie 6 coming out this year or next year? I remember hearing that it was this year, but maybe it's going to be next year. Because I don't know. We don't have a release date for it quite yet. King Matthew III, my liege, but I will keep you updated, my dude. How would you feel if they did a Friday the 13th Part 6 style Ghostface, where someone resurrects one of the previous Ghostface killers who goes on a killing spree, which leaves clues for Sidney Prescott? I mean, if they approached it like a parody, essentially, like how Part 6, essentially is, it's one step away from being a parody of the Friday the 13th series, I would be a little more inclined to be into that, something like that. Because I'm not, dude, if they bring Stu back from the dead, I'm not taking that seriously. I don't know. Bringing Stu back is so silly and so comical. The only way you could do it is if it was supposed to be making fun of itself. So I don't know. To me, you gotta go the parody route. That's the only way that I would be into something like that. Word is that Scary Movie 6 is going to spoof Scream 7. It's absolutely going to do so. Dave Sheridan, who's involved with the film, is even saying that. If true, could these movies butt heads since they are both to be released in early 2026? I hope so. I mean, listen, man, I love that first Scary Movie. I think the first Scary Movie rocks for kind of ripping Scream a new butthole a little bit. But it's fun, right? It's all in good fun. That's what we have to remember. Scream 7 will likely do the same because there is a lot to make fun of right now. I love Scream so much, but they have had some missteps in the last couple of years. There's no denying that. Dude, I love that name. I have a hunch we're getting all-female killers this time for Scream 7. Great to see that first image from Kevin. A little disappointed it will be digital, though. I think it could be, yeah, I think this could be the first duo of female killers in Scream 7. That would be fun. Like I was saying earlier, I really think it could be Anna Camp and McKenna Grace. McKenna Grace, dead set on that character. But who's going to be her accomplice is the question now for me. But I'm excited to find out. Dude, I hope you're right. Dude. I got real excited there. I would be, okay, dude, I would be excited for Jamie Lee to be an opening kill. I would be down for that. If Jamie Lee Curtis was the opening kill of one of the Scream movies, I'm into something like that. That's wild. I think David Arquette could cameo in Scream 7 as a cousin of Dewey's. I don't know, man. I've heard some people say that there's a tweet going around of someone saying that Demi Moore should play Gail's sister. And I'm like, that's insane. That's like crazy, man. I don't know what's up with that. RBR Short Films is saying, same here. I'm grateful to have a good immune system. I am crazy with vitamins, dude. Like vitamins, all that shit, like every day. I'm very much so a health nut. So I think that could be part of it. I don't know. I'm not sure. That doesn't mean that you shouldn't, take care of yourself and all that and not be prepared going out in public and shit like that. But yeah, I don't know. I still haven't gotten it since 2020. I almost want to get it at this point. Jonathan Marino is saying Ghostface has been prepared for civics for years. Already got the masks on. There we go. We love it. We love that about Ghostface. And yeah, Madison is mad at me because I spent the whole weekend with her and she found out she had COVID recently, and she's saying, "You're immune. I hate you for it." I love you. I love you so much, honey. What do you hope to see most in Scream 7? I want to see a good motive more than anything. I could care less if I figure out who the killer is this time around. I really just want a motive that is fresh. And I really like the idea of just this Ghostface simply wants to be the Ghostface to kill Sidney Prescott. It's simple, sweet, to the point. Doesn't have to be any more convoluted than that. Scream 6 was so much fun. I had a really good time with it, but the killer motive is insane. Like, they did not need to do all that, We could have just had Ghostface in New York going after Sam and Tara because of literally whatever, anything else. Like, I would have taken anything else. I don't hate it, it's different enough, I guess, but it's still just like, it's just a family motive again, I needed something else. Movie Massacre Show, how you doing, fella? What's up? Long time no see. It's hilarious that Doofy gets away in Scary Movie. It is. I love that so much. I would love to see Doofy come back in Scary Movie 6. I really think they should make fun of the stew theories, man. I really think they should. Have Doofy come back. He's like maybe he's from the grave or something. They're doing like a stew parody. That would be so funny. I would very much so be into something like that. The original title of Scream was Scary Movie. It sure was. I wonder if they took that from them or if they were just in the same mindset or whatever. I'm not sure. I don't know the story behind that. I enjoyed Leslie Nielsen in the Scary Movie films. He really makes some of those later ones great, doesn't he? I'm not crazy about the post Marlon or the post Wayans era of Scary Movie, but he's in Scary Movie 3, man, and he is so funny. I think he's the president in that one, I believe, and absolutely hilarious, completely ridiculous in that movie. And the hat joke, the hat joke is the thing that, for whatever reason, is like the thing that makes me laugh the most from Scary Movie 3. Every time it cuts back to the cop, her hat gets bigger, which is so funny. Just Jake. We got a lot of Jakes in the chat tonight. I'm loving this. The Jake powers, man. Fun fact, when a bunch of Jakes get together, all of our nipples just start glowing yellow. I don't know what it is. But Asa will probably be a red herring. I agree. When watching The Boys, I always described his character Sam as Ethan Landry. There you go. I think he's too obvious to be a killer. That's my big thing about about Asa German. I mean, just looking at him, I just saw a picture of the guy and I'm like, dude, they're either casting him for Ghostface or he's the best red herring ever. Please let this guy be a red herring. Look at him. This guy looks like he's got a couple of skeletons in his closet. No offense. Asa. Listen, yeah, I'm also an ugly dude. I'm kidding. I'm not. I'm messing with you, bro. No, he's awesome. Dude's a movie star. So, well, you know what the fuck can I say? But no, but I think it would be an excellent red herring in Scream 7 for sure. I think that would be awesome. What if Jennifer Tilly was in a Scream movie? She would be an excellent in a Scream film, I think. She's so good in Bride of Chucky, and honestly, I think she makes Seed of Chucky for me. She is so funny in that one. Would absolutely love to see her play some kind of role in this. That'd be nuts. If I had to guess, it will be Celeste, Isabel, and Anna as the main ghost faces. Fun time for Scream fans. Looks like a bar scene from that photo or bowling alley. Ooh. Uh-oh, I might have to start making some theory videos tomorrow, dude. That would be fun. If we can see some shit in the background, you guys know I'm gonna rip that apart. Come on now. Perhaps the motive is they just want to be Ghostface that kills Sidney Prescott. I'm here for it. I'm here for it, Just Jake. See, me and this Jake are on the same wavelength. I think our nipples are starting to glow. It's awesome. I heard that supposedly Scream 6 would make fun of horror movies that have sequels, like Scream 6, Halloween 2018. Terrifier, all those horror movies. Yeah, so Dave Sheridan, actually, there was a video that came out of him talking about the writing process for Scary Movie 6, and he specifically says this, basically. He's like, yeah, like we're gonna make fun of the new Scream movies, the new Halloween movies, like just requels in general, and some other, you know, horror movies that have gotten popular. I'm sure Terrifier will be in there. You know, sure they'll have a little Art the Clown run around the city, right? They kind of have to, man. That'd be way too funny. I wish the new killers will have no connections to Sydney's past. I agree. I think we played that story out. We're done with that. How would you feel about a Ghostface reveal halfway through a movie? Dude, Jonathan, I can't even tell you how excited I was when Ghostface took off the mask in the first 10 minutes of Scream 6. I was like jumping up and down. I was like, this is the craziest shit ever. And like, it really wasn't the craziest shit ever, but it was cool. It was nuts. Every time I see it, I get a little excited. It's so different. It's so unexpected. I love it. I want more stuff like that in Scream 7. Play with the formula. Scream 6 had the balls to do that. And some people don't want to give it the credit it deserves. So I'm hoping 7 can do the same. I heard that Kerry Russell was in the running for Anna Camp's role in Scream 7. If that was true, then do you think Anna Camp's role could be much bigger than anyone thinks? I could totally see it. Anna Camp's rumored character description is that she's like a nosy neighbor or something along those lines. So her being Ghostface makes a lot of sense to me. But again, dude, McKenna Grace is our main killer. I'm betting on it. They're doing Jill 2.0 here. I'm kind of not against it, though, because there's a lot of different motives that this character can have. And again, to me, that is the most important thing. I want a good motive. I want a good reason to be watching all these killings, right? If it's just the same old, it's just revenge because you're my old family member or something, that's just kind of boring. Give me something else. Give me something else going on here. What else do we got in the chat tonight? I would love Scream 7 to have a solo killer. That has never been done before, and I'm very into it, my friend. I think what's cool about having a solo killer in Scream is that, you know, the whole twist of the first Scream movie is that there was 2 people and you were looking for one. And now every movie has done it. And I almost feel like some of the Scream sequels missed the point of having 2 killers. You know what I mean? Like, it made sense in the first one because it's like you were looking for one person. You thought it was Billy, but it's Billy and Stu. You know, to me, that's a twist in and of itself. The fact that there's 2 killers, not just one. I don't think that. Yeah, Scream 3 had a solo killer. You're right. But what would be special about 7 doing a solo killer again is, again, I feel like it would just be unexpected because I don't think the Scream. Wow, y'all came at me with that. I fucking misspoke once and 1,000 comments about that. Chill out, guys. I know. Roman's a solo killer. You're right. But hey, Angelina technically was supposed to be a killer in that movie. So technically it wasn't a solo killer movie, if we believe that. But anyways, I would be down for like a true solo killer movie where nothing gets changed in post-production, right? Or not post-production, but during production. I would be into it a bunch. Because again, I don't think the Scream sequels needed to do duo killers. You know, I look at Scream 2 is a movie that for me would have worked a lot better if there was only one killer. Because they kind of just gloss over Mickey's motive like it's nothing. And to me, it's like the coolest motive in the entire franchise. And I'm like, why didn't we focus on that? That's awesome. Everything happening with Mickey is sick, man. But yeah, I don't know. I'm down for a solo killer, a focused Scream movie with just one slasher villain. One killer is more interesting. I kind of agree. I think if you just develop one killer and strengthen them, that works a lot better. That's something I honestly, I don't even think I had that opinion until I saw Scream 6 when they had 3 killers, admittedly all with one motive, which feels a lot better than having 2 killers with separate motives. But my thing about having 3 killer reveals is like, it again makes me feel like you're missing the point of a Scream sequel at this point. It's gonna be easier to spot whoever the killer is in this new movie. I mean, I think we already have it figured out, I'm gonna be honest. But to me, the exciting part of a Scream film, the question that we're not going to have answered until we see the film is, what is the motive? So to just do that with one killer and to make that motive something really special, that to me is way more exciting, way more explosive than someone unexpected taking the mask off at this point. And personally, again, in my opinion, easier to do. Jason Carpenter, thank you for being a member and thank you for supporting the page. Jake, what did you think of the Heart Eyes trailer? Mason Gooding can't possibly be the killer. No, no way. I loved it. I really, really enjoyed it a bunch. A lot of those kills were awesome. Again, I just wish we hadn't had them spoiled. A lot of creativity there, which I think is awesome. But I don't know, man. Why did they show us all the cool kills from that movie? Probably, right? The machete through the lens and stuff. A lot of great stuff in there, man. Awesome trailer, gorgeous shots. But yeah, I hope they didn't just show us all the best moments. Who's the killer in Hard Eyes, man? I'm pretty, speaking of figuring out who the killer is, I'm pretty sold on it being the cops again. They put a little bit of a focus on those detective characters, and they're played by pretty big actors. So I think it's Jordana Brewster. I'm sold on it. Love the collection of posters in the background. Thank you, my friend. I'm really hoping that they have a poster at this Wolfman screening I'm going to, because there's an open spot right there, my dudes. It needs to be filled. What I like about these posters is that, you kind of have a mix of modern posters and old school posters. Like, I don't usually talk about Creature from the Black Lagoon or The Mummy or Jaws, but it's nice to have them on there, So to have like the Wolfman here, I would really like that, because it's like, that's a remake, that's a remake of something classic. I feel like that'll fit the wall. So, and the other really exciting thing about the set, ladies and gentlemen, a little update, is you might see a brand new set this year, because I'm finally moving in with the girlfriend at some point. So yeah, there will be a whole, I have plans to build a whole new set for KillJoy Jake, hopefully this year, which I'm unbelievably excited for. So here is some pizza, Jake. Thanks, bro. Appreciate that. I wish it was real pizza. That would be great. Stu comes back in Scream 8 wearing a yellow rabbit suit and killing kids. He's just crossing over from Five Nights at Freddy's for a minute. That's funny, man. What else is happening here? What do you think are the top 3 most underrated slasher movies? Number 1, Black Christmas. Crazy underrated. It might be my favorite slasher movie ever. Chicken Man, which comes out on Friday, my own slasher movie, very inspired by Black Christmas. I'm trying to think. Top 3 underrated. Pieces, I think, is also up there. Pieces is so much fun. If you guys like the goofiness of Scream, I don't think that movie would exist without Pieces or like Jason Lives. Jason Lives is not underrated, but Pieces is, man. Pieces is so good from the 80s. My thing is, there's a lot of 80s slashers that have actually aged well, unlike the majority of them, that are fantastic, that are like so good. Crazy underrated, don't get talked about enough. So definitely those 2. I really like the Slumber Party Massacre because I think it's ridiculous and a parody of slasher movies, but some people don't look at it that way. I don't know. I guess that would be my 3, but I also really like The Prowler and The Mutilator. Really like those 2. Those are both a lot of fun. have some really brutal scenes in them. Yeah, I'd love to get the Thing poster. Absolutely. That would be cool. That would be cool for sure. I want to get some obscure ones too. One of my favorite movies ever is Zombie from 1979. I would love to get a Zombie poster back here or on a new wall. That would be dope. Are we ever going to get Cooking with KillJoy Jake, the live stream? Maybe I'll cook and stream at the same time. That would be really fun. I love cooking. Beshane Plumber, what's up, fella? How's it going? It would be cool if Scream 7's opening scene started with the killer's point of view, showing the killer's actions in first person. Ooh, I like that. That would speaking of Black Christmas and Halloween, that would be a really nice callback to those movies. I love that, actually. That'd be really cool. Really nice callback there. A cool way to start off one of these movies for sure. I think the first Urban Legend movie is underrated. I actually enjoyed it. I love Urban Legend. Oh, that movie rocks. That's a franchise we need to come back to. I love I Know What You Did Last Summer. Don't get me wrong, but if there's any 90s horror slasher that we should continue now in the modern day, it's Urban Legend, man. I could use another one of those for sure. Can we get Chicken Man merch to help fund the new set? Of course. Yes, absolutely. And by the way, just buying any of the merch absolutely helps. That's like that, and becoming a member of the page is like the biggest ways you can support the page. And speaking of which, just real quick, let me self promo for 1 second, because this is actually kind of dope. I know in the old shop I used to have the Wes Carpenter shirt, but the new one is way cooler. There's a ghost face on the sleeve, and there's a new logo on the back for KillJoy Jake, which is kind of sick. I want to get this shirt so bad. I want to order some of these to wear on stream, because I think that is dope. But then, yeah, again, the new Wes Carpenter shirt's really sick. And we have some beanies. This is just one of them with one of the KillJoy Jake logos, but one of them also has instead of having Friends, I Have Horror Movies logo on it, which is sick. Here it is right here. I really want this. These are probably my two favorite items in the shop right now. This that hat and this shirt. I just love those. So definitely I'm picking some of those up. I want them so bad. But if you guys want to check that out in the shop, please do. It would be awesome. Great way to support the page there. But yeah, I'm excited for you guys to see Chicken Man, and there will be some Chicken Man merch for sure. So maybe I'll have something go up on Friday. Jake, are you considering starting a gaming channel like horror games and horror VR games? Dude, I tried to do it last year, and I can't run two YouTube channels at the same time. It is next to impossible. So I'm just like, I just admitted that, hey, I need to focus on one channel at a time. And I'm gonna just build this up to a certain point where I can have other people working on other channels, essentially. So that's just my goal right now, building up KillJoy Jake to a good point. So please subscribe if you have not yet. That would be awesome. Erica plans to buy a sticker. Rock on. Those stickers are pretty cool. So there's stickers in the shop. There's sweatpants, hoodies, a lot of good stuff out there. It's from Fourth Wall, which is an awesome merch store. Like, one of the best out there for sure. So, is Chicken Man from San Diego? No. But you will see. You'll learn more about Chicken Man soon. There is a trailer for Chicken Man out right now, which does not have any footage from the actual film itself, and it is kind of a lore dump. So if you want to know a little more about Chicken Man, check out that trailer over there. It's on the Human Egg Productions channel, which is where my short films will live. So check that out. It's on the linked channels on this page if you can't find it. Hey, Jake, here is one of my dream cast for Scream 7. Charlie Hunnam from Sons of Anarchy being a ghost face. Let me look up this fella. Charlie. Oh, I can totally see him being a ghost face. Yeah, he's got like kind of like a little bit of a Charlie vibe, I guess, from Scream 4. I could see it. Ghost face casting to me is maybe one of the most important things. For Scream, and hearing the casting director say the things that they said was awesome. I wish they hadn't spoiled their casting process, but I am excited to hear that Scream 7 will hopefully have a good ghost face this time around, which is awesome. So I'm very hyped up, very hyped up to see that. would love to see some more good ghost faces in the future. Did Chicken Man hatch from an egg? You'll have to see. I won't say. Jake, would you be open to doing a reaction video to the first Scream 7 trailer when that comes out in the future? I'll probably do a video similar to what I did today for Heart Eyes, like breaking down the trailer, and just talking about it essentially. For whatever reason, YouTube just shoots down any reaction videos I try to post. Anytime I try to post them, it's always like, nope, you can't do that. You can't just repost the trailer with your own reaction, which is a shame. So what I have done is done like little breakdown videos where I'm just like picking apart little things that I noticed in the trailer and like theories I have. Kind of like again the video that I posted today, talking all about the Heart Eyes trailer. Probably will be a similar video. Nicholas Brady is saying, my guy Jake, one of the best YouTube channels out there in these streets. Thank you, Nicholas. I appreciate that. Thanks for watching the page. Thanks for supporting what I do. I appreciate that a bunch. Jack, I have not watched you with, I believe Jenna Ortega is on that, but Madison and I have talked about getting into that show at some point. So I would love to watch that one. And yeah, Madison has just shared the link for Human Egg Productions. This is the link to Jake's other channel where he will be posting Chicken Man and any future productions he makes. As Madison knows, she's helping out with the next one. We're working on hopefully we can get this done this year. No promises, but we're working on a found footage movie, a full feature length found footage movie, which I want to do this year, but again, we just have to see if we can do it or not. But sometime in the future, I would love to make a Chicken Man, like a full feature of it, and hopefully this short does well, and there's a lot of interest for something like that, because I have a whole story. I have a whole story with the guy, and obviously this short is not that, but it's something. It's a taste of the character, and I hope you guys enjoy it. Is Chicken Man releasing in theaters or on YouTube? And if so, if there's a trailer for it, because I'm new to the channel. You're all good, King Matthew III. So if you go to that link that Madison just shared, there's a trailer for the short film, which is coming out on Friday. It'll be here on YouTube over on that same channel. You'll see that there's a scheduled release date for it. But I'm hoping to turn it into a film that hopefully goes to theaters. That's the goal ultimately with it. So hopefully that's what ends up happening. Same with this found footage movie, which otherwise it's just going to go to YouTube. And I don't mind doing that, but it would be cool to get it like on a streaming platform, or hopefully it goes to theaters. Would be fun. But we'll see. We'll see what ends up happening. But Chicken Man, I'm really excited. Again, I'm really excited for you guys to see it, because it's not just me running around in a chicken mask stabbing my friends. There's a lot of lore. Like I think the big selling point of the short is going to be the lore, the story behind it. And the concept. That's what I'm really trying to sell people on, I guess. So I hope you guys like it. I hope you guys vibe with it and want to see more. Lighting Ghost, throwing another super chat out there. You're the MVP of this stream for throwing 2 super chats out there, my friend. Thank you for your support. Can we send you stuff? If so, I want to send some movies that you can do for giveaways. Yeah, absolutely. I have there's an address listed on this channel, like in the About section. If you send stuff there, I will get it. It is not a P.O. box, but if you just send stuff to that address, it is not my home address. Do not go there. It's I won't say what it is, but just go there. You just send stuff there. I will get it somehow. I won't say how. I have mysterious ways of getting things from this location. That's what I'll say. But yeah, if you just send me packages there, I will receive them in one way, shape, or form. So, Lighting Ghost, I appreciate anything you can send my way. I definitely want to do some giveaways, because I have an extra copy of The Shining that I want to give away at some point. I want to do that on a stream. It's sometime in the future. I'm not sure when, though. Been trying to figure that out. So sometime. For sure. But Lighting Ghost, thank you for the 5. Thanks for supporting the channel tonight. And yeah, we will definitely do some more giveaways with that. I know Erica has sent me some stuff in the past to do giveaways for her. So we've done some really fun stuff. And you're in Florida? I think I already knew that, but that's so cool. I love Florida. Florida is always a fun time. Crystal Lake Slasher Edits, what's up, fella? What's going on, dog? What's up? Hi, Jake. How's the KillJoyin? Oh, it's fun. It's joyin', all right. I had a really fun day. I did an interview with someone who, I won't say who because it's going to be a surprise for Thursday. But I have an interview going up on Thursday for something that's fairly fairly common going on right now. It is, I'll say this, it's Winnie the Pooh related, but it's not someone I've had on the page before. So I did an interview today. I posted a fun video, and now I'm doing a live stream, man. Nothing to complain about. It's been a great day. So Crystal Lake Slasher Edits, thanks for hanging out with us, and thank you for supporting the channel. I really appreciate you. Jake, what is your number one favorite werewolf movie? My own favorite is Silver Bullet. That is a great choice. You know what's really funny about that, Tanza? I'm about to post a video talking about my top 5 favorite werewolf movies, and one of them is Silver Bullet. In the spirit of Wolfman coming out next week. So that's so cool. That's actually awesome you brought that up. I'm a big fan of Silver Bullet. I think it is crazy underrated. It does not get its flowers that it deserves. Because, a lot of the 80s werewolf movies do get a lot of love and praise. The Howling, American Werewolf in London. These are movies that are constantly praised, and they deserve it. They're awesome movies. But Silver Bullet, in my opinion, is right up there with them. It's got some great practical effects, some crazy kills, a pretty damn good story. I don't know, man. Personally, I loved Silver Bullet. I think it's excellent. So I'm really excited to get into that video. but I'm so glad that there's another Silver Bullet appreciator out there, I guess. It makes me really happy. Lighting Goes throwing 5 out there. Thank you again for the support, my friend. Saying, I have Alien Romulus that I'm going to send. Also, please bring back bracket streams. Oh, man, those were fun. Yeah, I stopped doing them for a little while, but I should bring those back. Those were a good time. I did them with Darjan, too. My buddy, if you guys have been following the page for a while, you guys are probably familiar with Darjan, who stars in Chicken Man, by the way. So Darjan is the star of Chicken Man, technically. But I will absolutely bring back bracket streams. And yeah, dude, if you send me Alien Romulus, I would love to give that away. I might do The Shining giveaway stream, and then also an Alien Romulus one. That would be fun. A lot of good movies going away. So see, just hanging out in these streams, you can win movies. That's awesome. That's so cool. You guys get random digital codes sometimes, as you know. And then sometimes you get physical copies too. I've given away a Scream 6 Steelbook once before, so there was that, and now there's going to be even some of you guys might get an Alien Romulus DVD, Blu-ray, 4K, whatever, and now Shining on the Shining on 4K. It's so exciting, crazy, so exciting to be in the streams. Lightning Ghost, thank you for your support, my friend. I will gladly take that to hopefully give out to somebody watching. Please, can I have the Shining 4K? We'll do some kind of yeah, we'll do some kind of giveaway. I don't know how we'll do it. That's the thing. Will it be like a drawing? Yeah, it'll be we'll do like a random drawing. I think that'll be the most fair and crazy way to do it. And I love fair and crazy. Crystal Lake Slasher Edits is saying, new Heart Eyes trailer reminds me of Valentine 2001. It does. I hear you on that a lot. They even say in the trailer, he's like a fucked up Cupid with a kink or whatever, is the line. And obviously in Valentine, our killer looks like Cupid. I love that. I'm very much so into this one. I hope we know the kills are good. I hope the mystery is good too, though. That's a big thing about it. Valentine, if you guys have not seen that movie, I won't spoil it for you. Again, it's a little more uncommon, so you might have missed this one. The mystery really works for me in that movie for some reason. I don't know. The twist ending there is like kind of jaw-dropping. I love Valentine. Super underrated film, in my opinion, from the same director of Urban Legend, killer flick. Some excellent stuff there for sure. I love Valentine. But yeah, I gotta rewatch that one before Hard Eyes comes out, I think. But I'm excited for this new movie, man. February 7th, it comes out a week before Valentine's Day. It's going to be fun. Crystal Lake Slasher Edits, thank you again for the $2. I'm really excited to see that one here very soon. Adrian is asking, am I the Chicken Man killer? So Chicken Man is not a murder mystery, so yes, I can tell you that. I do play the masked killer. I wrote, directed, and starred in this thing. Jesus, I must be full of myself. No, but I was happy to play this character. There was a lot of weird, specific idiosyncrasies with him that I really wanted to portray in my own unique way, I guess. But if I were to do my own Chicken Man like feature, I would not play him again. I'm telling you that much. It was a lot to write, direct, and star in that. So I would have someone else do it. But there's some. I think the thing about Chicken Man is there's some surprises with the character that again you won't be expecting. Some things where you're like, what? Wait, what was that? Like what the fuck? Which is in the first minute you're gonna see some stuff with him where you're like, what? What is happening there? It's crazy. So you guys will see. It's fun. It's gonna be a fun story to tell. Were you able to get your short film on the streaming service platform that you were trying to get it on? That I'm still gonna try to make happen. I think I can make that happen. Again, a few phone calls have to be made, but that's gonna be a problem for Jake next week. That's gonna be a next week Jake problem because I got a lot of stuff. I got a week. I got a week ahead of me at this point. Like I said, I got an interview going up on Thursday. I have another planned video for tomorrow, which it's either going to be about Scream or it's either going to be about another new trailer. And then Friday, I'm going to review Chicken Man on the page, as well as obviously that movie goes up with a very fun live stream, by the way, Friday at 7:00. I'm talking all about Chicken Man with the cast and crew. I have the 2 stars coming on, as well as the other person that wrote it with me, my writing partner, Connor Caligaris, who is awesome. Great dude. I'm really excited to talk with all of them about the short and tell you more things about it. So, but I will, I'm pretty sure I'll be able to get it on a streaming service. I'm 90% sure. I should say that much. But again, some phone calls have to be made. So, for that to happen. But Lighting Ghost, again, thank you for the 5. Really do appreciate that. Hopefully Chicken Man is able to get somewhere besides just YouTube. Imagine a Christine sequel where the car returns. You know, we kind of just got a Christine remake with Halloween Ends. So if you're a huge Christine fan, you're gonna love that. No, but I wouldn't mind some kind of reimagining of Christine nowadays. I think that would be fun. It's an underrated John Carpenter film. I think it's really, really well done for what it is. Really, just a really interesting concepts explored through John Carpenter's unique vision, you know? So I love that. I love that movie a lot. It doesn't get talked about in his entire repertoire there. Crystal Lake Slasher edits, though. Thank you for the 2. Love the Christine love as well. That is such an excellent film. I haven't seen that movie since I saw Halloween Ends for the first time. I actually have not gone back to it since then. Been far too long. Nicholas Brady is saying, watched Invasion of the Body Snatchers 78 after 10 years the other day. That ending still gives me the chills. That's the best version of that movie, man. The 70s Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Ooh, that's great. So many iconic moments. Such an excellent film. Nicholas, I love that one to death. Great stuff there. Can you put my name down for the draw? I might not be able to come to the stream because I'll be in Queensland visiting friends and family. That's crazy. Jack 5, I'm not sure when we're going to do it, but I will keep you updated. When we do it too, I'll make sure to put it in the title of the stream or something like the Shining 4K giveaway so that everyone knows. So that you got a chance there. Crystal Lake Slasher edits another $2 super chat. You are killing it, man. Thank you. Saying upcoming horror film called Clown in a Cornfield. I hear that this is based off of a really good book, and I would love to read it at some point, probably before the movie, hopefully. But that is very exciting for sure. I love the title, Clown in a Cornfield. I mean, that sounds really menacing. I'm here for it. Very, very much so here for that kind of weird vibe. That's going to be fun. Whatever that story is, I hope it's dope. Hope it rocks. And I can't wait to see what it's all about. Crystal Lake Slasher edits. Thank you for the $2, though. Really do appreciate that. Imagine if Jake cameos in Scream 7, kind of like Dead Meat in Scream 5. That would be dope. Tori is manifesting it as well. Keep manifesting. That would be great. Honestly, more than anything, I want to get killed by Art the Clown. That's like my number one. That's my number one thing. I want Art the Clown to rip me to shreds. That would be so dope. Dreaming Insomniacs. What's up, Joe? How's it going, man? Hey, Jake. Long time no talk. Stoked for Scream 7 and can't wait to do a pod soon. Thank you, man. I appreciate that. Yeah, let me know, man, when you got some free time. Next week I'm gonna have some. I'm not gonna be as crazy busy, so let me know what you're up to. I have a movie releasing this week, so I'm just like shit's nuts. It's crazy out here, but yeah, dude, let's definitely do something soon. It's been too long. You made the dean's list in audio engineering school this past semester? No way! Congrats, dude. That's awesome. My sister is also in audio engineering, and she's the reason why our short films sound so good. So that's badass. Congratulations, my dude. Very good stuff. You just read Clown in a Cornfield? Nice. I got to sit down and read that one. I bet that's good. EastVR is with us. What's up, dude? Sorry I haven't been on in a while. I've been very busy. It's all good. Have you heard about Demi Moore winning the Globe? Also, they should cast Margaret Qualley for a Scream film sometime. Yeah, yes, that is so exciting. Anytime that horror wins big like that, it is very, very, very much so exciting. And on January 17th, we're going to know if The Substance has been nominated for an Oscar or not, which, like, that to me is really exciting. I don't, my thing about the Oscars is they haven't recognized so many great horror movies that it's kind of like, I kind of am just at this point with the Oscars where I just don't care. They talk about movies that I feel like don't really deserve a lot of praise half the time. So if they do end up nominating The Substance, I think it's very well deserved. But winning an Oscar just doesn't mean what it used to, in my opinion. So they just don't recognize a lot of the great movies that come out. And as someone who loves horror so much and sees movies with these performances that are super groundbreaking, especially like what Demi Moore was able to bring to The Substance or Toni Collette in Hereditary, and to just have the Academy completely ignore something like that is beyond ridiculous. So I really hope that The Substance is nominated for something. If it's not, again, that's a travesty. It's a crime against humanity, frankly, for that movie to not be nominated for something. So yeah, no, Demi Moore winning it's fantastic. I really hope she gets an Oscar nom at the very least. Would be awesome. What else is going on? Hey Jake, I got a movie I'm writing for YouTube. It's a fan film of Scream, but without the characters due to me avoiding copyright. Listen, dude, we had a bunch of copyrighted music and stuff in our Scream fan film. You can kind of do whatever you want as long as you're not claiming that you own the copyright. See, a big thing that we had to do is put a big disclaimer at the beginning saying, hey, we don't own this. We're making this for no profit because we love Scream. And that was the big thing with Red Right Hand. We did not profit off of that film at all, but we just want to make it. We just wanted to make it and have a good time doing so. So it was a really, really fun time making that one. And if that's the love and energy you want to bring towards a fan film, then that's the way to do it. So the legal way to do it as well. What else is going on here? We have Crystal Lake Slasher Edits. Thank you again for another $2, man. Fox Atomic and DNA Films did 28 Weeks Later. They sure did. I love 28 Weeks Later, man. It is a very different film, I think, than 28 Days. But it's still I think it's still a ton of fun. So it's a little more like action horror-y to me, which is kind of a weird direction to take that franchise. But I'm still down with it, man. 28 Weeks it's a ton of fun. So I'm here for it. Felix the Fandom, I should say, is saying, what's up, my guy? How's it going, Felix? Welcome in, welcome in. You've got a very talented family. I sure do. My dad did the special effects for Chicken Man, which I think looked fucking awesome. We had the very talented Josh Petrino, who did the Terrifier 3 VFX work on Chicken Man a little bit as well. And I have to give so much props to Jess Dubois, who was a production consultant for Chicken Man, who was also very involved with the Terrifier franchise. They also helped out on our little movie. So I have so much love for both of them so much. I'm very thankful that they were able to help us out with this little production. So a lot of great stuff from them for sure. But there was a lot of talent on Chicken Man, man. There's a lot of people working on this one that just absolutely killed it. So I'm really thankful for that. And I hope you guys dig it. Do you think Saw 11 is still happening? God, I hope so. The rumor has it is that it's supposed to come out this year, but who knows? Who knows what's going on with all that? I really hope it's not delayed or canceled or whatever. They got to make this movie, man. I'm dying for more Saw after the 10th film that rocked so hard. Like, how do you make one of the best Saw movies ever in your 10th entry? That's crazy. Gale of all characters should have it coming to her, frankly. Oh my God, LJ, brutal out here. Damn. Does Gale have it coming? Let me know in the chat, everybody. Should Gale die in Scream 7? Let me know. Crystal Lake Slasher Edits throwing $2 out there saying DNA Films though isn't doing 28 years later, sadly. It's that's also Sony, right? It's Sony and Screen Gems or whatever doing 28 years later. I think we're in good hands with that. That's a good company. Good company for horror movies, in my opinion. Sony's not doing the Spider-Man spin-off movies that well, but they're doing some things right. So there is that. But again, Crystal Lake Slasher Edits, you're just killing it tonight. I really do appreciate you supporting the page a bunch, man. Thank you. You and Lighting Ghost are keeping the lights on right now. And Madison, I'm so sorry. How could I forget? Madison stepped up big time with Chicken Man because I was going to do some of the special effects. Is a lot of the makeup special effects specifically, and I did not know what I was doing, and Madison stepped in and was like, no, do it this way, and she killed it, and she made it look awesome. So Madison did the makeup special effects, I should say, where my dad did a lot more of the technical running tubes so blood could squirt out of them kind of thing. So Madison, you were amazing. You were part of the crucial team that brought Chicken Man to life, I should say. So I do really appreciate that. For the love of rock, what's up, fella? How's it going? Welcome in, welcome in. Devil Horns, baby. Saying, for what it's worth, Entertainment Weekly is predicting Demi Moore will be one of the 5 female nominees for an Oscar. That better be true. That better be damn true, man. Demi Moore deserves it, let me tell you. The Academy's horror bias will die on January 17th. I love that. I love hearing things like that. Let's hope that's the case, my friends. Did you know that Gale was supposed to die in 5 instead of Dewey? That's why his death was awkward looking, because Amber was supposed to organically kill Gale, but Courtney didn't want it, so Dewey was last. Huh. Gale was supposed to die in 5 instead of Dewey. Okay. I mean, if Gale would have died there, that would have been interesting to me. I'm just thinking about like the situation, the setup there, right? You know, Dewey goes with Dewey goes with Melissa Barrera's character, Sam. I couldn't think of Sam because I just feel like that's really in character for Dewey. I don't know how you would have gotten Gale there. I will say, though, that is the scene where Gale is introduced in the movie. So she would have showed up and died. that would have been sad. That would have been kind of brutal. But yeah, if Courtney died there, I guess I wouldn't have hated that, though, honestly. I liked that they killed a legacy character. That just showed to me that Scream 5 had some balls. And even though there's some other stuff about it that doesn't work for me, I appreciated that. It's sad, but it's effective. It's effectively sad. And that's what I want. I want effectively sad. They're making an Oswald the Rabbit horror movie. They're making a horror movie out of everything, man. There's a Popeye horror movie now. It's like, what's going on here? It's crazy. But yeah, it's a crazy time for just horror, public domain horror, and just all these crazy different slasher movies. Again, I can't stress this enough that I think Jagged Edge Productions is just making some of the best stuff right now in that field. So there's a lot of stuff to look out for in the coming months, of course, and in 2025. But Peter Pan's Neverland Nightmare goes hard. Seriously, give that a watch. When that comes out next week, if you can make it to the theaters for that. It's only going to be in theaters for 3 days, but I recommend it. Definitely recommend checking that one out. Crystal Lake, thank you for the 2 again. Really do appreciate you. Have I seen Donnie Darko? Absolutely. It is, you want to talk about a weird mindfuck dark movie. That's crazy sad. This is sad horror at its finest, in my opinion. I don't know if I'm I don't know if I'm someone who loves Donnie Darko, but I appreciate it for what it is. I'm glad I watched it. It's a weird one for sure, but I think if you want to get into some of the more weirder and experimental horror, this is definitely a great start for sure. But again, don't expect to get every angle to it because it's out there. It's a weird one. Darth Chosen is saying Scream 7 is an embarrassing, firing Melissa and Jenna and not bringing them back. It's childish for Scream 7, and you want it to flop now. Hey, I respect it, but it's the Scream franchise, and they're going to keep making these movies because they make money. But I don't know. I'm excited to see what 7's all about. I'm excited to see if they can tell another good story with Sidney Prescott, man. I'm keeping the faith alive. It does suck what happened to Melissa and Jenna. Trust me, I love Melissa Barrera and Jenna Ortega, so it really does suck to see that happen. But I'm hoping that this new cast can kind of make up for it a little bit. Slasher Studios is saying, just got on chat. I'm super excited. What's up, fella? Super excited for Scream 7. I wasn't at first, but for reasons, but now I am. What do you think will happen in this movie? I hope that, again, I hope that it's brutal. I hope that it's not too safe. I would hate to get a Scream film that is just, by the numbers, by the books. We're just going through the motions of here's another killer that's somebody from Sydney's past, and I guess there's some kills and a little mystery along the way, introducing new characters that aren't great. I would, there's some things I'm worried about with 7 for sure, but I think that they can avoid those things to make something special here. Let's hope, at least, right? Also excited for Chicken Man. Congrats on the original short film, dude. Thank you so much. It is it's uploaded to YouTube, and I'm letting it go. It's a stressful time. We just put some finishing touches on it on like last week, and like just do it. There was like a million more. I'm like, oh, let's tweak this and this and that. And there's a point with a film or anything creatively that you're trying to make that you kind of just got to let go and just let it go, let it be out there. and I'm at that phase right now where I'm like, I'm not ready to let go of it. I'm not ready to stop picking at it and making it better. Because there was, we spent like maybe like 3 months on post-production with it, and then kind of got away from it and then came back to it in like November. And man, I mean, like we came back to it in November, and there was like 6 or 7 things where I'm like, why didn't we do this? And I guess I'm terrified that in like a year, I'm going to look back on it and be like, why didn't we do this? That's how I am with Red Right Hand. I can't even watch it anymore. Like I genuinely can't even watch it, because I'm like, there's so many things that were missed opportunities there that I wish I had done. But with Chicken Man, it is definitely, we learned a lot from Red Right Hand, so we put a lot of that knowledge into this one, and I'm very proud of what it became. So I'm really hoping to make a feature out of that at some point in the future, but I want to get the channel up to a certain point before we do that. So, but it's coming. It's definitely coming. It's in the works. JPR is hanging out with us. What's up, fella? I'm back. Just watched the full Hard Eyes trailer. What's your opinion? The problem I have with Scream 7 is just how much can they do? You're worried about repeating ideas. I hear you on that for sure. I'm hyped up for Hard Eyes, man. It looks like a brutal slasher film. A lot of prospects with this one. It's got a great cast, great writing team, great director. That spells an excellent slasher movie in my opinion. It does look a lot like Valentine from 2001. I hope it's not too close to that film. I hope it's different enough. Not the same motive for the killer, I hope. Because, it is a murder mystery Valentine's slasher, so that sounds very similar to Valentine. Hopefully they're able to do something fresh with that one. That's maybe my only worry about the film. But we'll see. We'll see what's up. Maybe one more comment here, and then old Jake's got to sign off for the night. Wolfman might take over Mufasa in Sonic 3. That would be awesome. That'd be really cool to see a horror movie #1 at the box office, man. That'd be really exciting. Dude, Crystal Lake Slasher Edits, I really do appreciate you supporting the page. And as you know, I'm very excited for Wolfman. Cannot wait to see what this one's all about. I get to see it early next week, which I'm so excited for. But this movie, I think it's going to rock. I really, really have a lot of high expectations for this one for sure. Lee Winnell can do no wrong. Christopher Abbott playing the Wolfman, great choice. And Julia Garner, such an excellent actress for sure. But Crystal Lake, thank you for the $2 again. Really appreciate you. And I do appreciate this too, RBR Short Films. Red Right Hand is a really good fan film. Congrats, Jake. Thank you. And I'm seeing a lot of positive comments. I got to respond to these. Chicken Man is one of my most anticipated films of the year. Seriously, I love films like it. Thank you, my friend. It's going to surprise people. It's not, I don't think it's what everyone's expecting, I think you hear, oh, it's going to be about a guy in a chicken mask running around killing people. And then you're going to get something a lot more than that. So there's a lot more substance to it than just the silliness of it. Obviously it's a little campy, don't expect a straightforward serious slasher, but there's more to it than just the campy fun of it, which I'm excited for. So you love the American Psycho reference in Red Right Hand. Thank you, Jack 5. I appreciate that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, again, it's been another great stream on the page. I will be streaming to members only tomorrow to watch We Are Still Here, a movie with Barbara Crampton that I hear is really good and underrated. It's going to be the first watch party stream I've ever done on the page where I'm watching a movie I've never seen before. So this is going to be exciting. I can't wait to get into it. Something else I want to say too is now is a good time to become a member if you're interested, because I'm showing the first 2 minutes of Chicken Man live on the stream tomorrow. So you guys members will be able to see it here first. So come on by the stream tomorrow, become a member if you can. I really do appreciate anyone who supports the page via being a membership, having the memberships or if you were just someone who threw in some super chats tonight. I really do appreciate that a bunch. Y'all are keeping the lights on here. So much love to you guys. Cannot wait for Scream 7. Again, so much love. And as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all. Peace.